Hello, hello, and welcome. I am now in Wyoming. We're currently up Curtis Canyon in the Elk Refuge, and behind me are the stunning Teton Mountains. Absolutely gorgeous. I had no expectation of that national park, and it's been mind-blowing. So I hope you get the chance to check it out. This is going to be a 60-minute vinyasa. You don't need any props, but if you like to have a block or a strap, you can grab those now. And we'll get started in Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined butterfly pose. So bring the soles of the feet to touch, one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Snuggle your shoulders underneath you, let your knees fall open and wide apart, and then let everything get heavy on the mat. Just land here. Close your eyes, start to tune into your breath. And wherever you are, inside, outside, at a gym, just notice the sounds that you can hear. Whether it be nothing at all, whether it be birds or wind or someone talking. Just become present to the sounds around you. Take note of how your body is feeling in this moment. Whether there is tension or tightness. Maybe something is feeling quite loose and open. Whatever the sensation, just take note. Couple more breaths here. Basking in the sunlight. So nice. Draw your right knee over your body to meet your left, and then extend your right leg out to the side, straighten and kick. Find a little stretch in your IT band, your outer right hip, and then rebend your knee. Inhale your knees through center. Take your arms out wide like the letter T, palms face up or down, doesn't matter, and then drop both your knees to the right. Extend the left leg out, kick through the heel, straighten through the leg. Keep both of your shoulders planted firmly down. And then rebend, knees together, inhale, knees lift. Take it over to the other side. Extend through the right leg. Rebend, inhale, knees through center. And you can take this at your own pace. If yours is a little faster or a little slower than mine, all good. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. Lifting the knees, dropping the knees, extending the leg out. We'll take that one more time each side. Keeping the upper body still. Good, knees up to the sky. Plant your feet firmly down on your mat. Bring your hands by your sides and plant the palms down. Reach down for the ankles or your heels. Make sure you can graze those with your fingers. Snuggle your shoulders underneath you. Press firmly into your palms and then start to tuck your hips and lift your hips, pressing up into your bridge pose. Coming onto the tops of your shoulders. Squeeze through the glutes. Nice and slowly, starting from the upper back, lower yourself back down to the mat, middle back, lower back. Good. Inhale your arms overhead so that the back of the palms touch the ground behind you. And from here, as we inhale to our bridge again, we'll drop the hands back to the mat. So hips lift, hands lower. Beautiful. Exhale, lower down, hips lower, hands reach overhead. Exhale, press. Beautiful. Finding this dynamic movement with the shoulders and with the hips. Arms reach overhead, and we exhale, lift the hips. Good. We'll take that one more time. Inhale. Exhale, press down through the palms like you're pressing away some air. We're going to keep the hips lifted when the palms reach the mat. Press down firmly through your whole arm. Bring all your weight into your left foot and lift your right toes to the sky. Hold it here, squeezing and still lifting, trying not to lower the hips. 3, 2, 1. Lower the right foot down. Keep the hips lifted. Pick up the left toes to the sky like you're going to poke a hole in the ceiling with your toe. Lift. Press into the shoulders. Press into the palms. 3, 2, 1. Lower your foot back to the mat. Lift your hips 1 inch higher. Squeeze and hold. 3, 2, 1. And then slowly lower your hips all the way down. Back to the ground. Good. From here, pick up your knees, pick up the feet, come into a 90-degree bend, table pose, and then extend your arms to the sky, like you're going to give someone a hug, but plug the shoulders into the sockets. Turn on the core, feel your low back pressed firmly into the mat. We're going to extend the left leg out long to a hover as we drop the right hand behind us. Hold, and then exhale, bring everything back to center, rebend the knee, lift the arm. Other side, straighten through the right leg, bring it to a hover, drop the left arm behind you nice and straight, hold, and exhale back to center. Now if you need to modify, just keep the leg bent and tap the toe rather than extending the leg all the way out. We're going to take that a few times, starting to warm up through the core. Inhale, extend, left leg, right arm. Exhale back to center, arms right in line with the wrists, shoulders right in line with the wrists rather. Right leg, left arm, extend and reach. And then exhale, use the core to draw it back in through center. Inhale, extend. Exhale, back to the middle. Inhale, reach, opposite arm, opposite leg. Exhale through the middle, one more time each side. Inhale. Exhale, rebend. Inhale, reach. Exhale, back through the middle. Good. Draw your knees into your chest. Grab onto your knees or shins and take a few circles on the low back. Good. Cross your ankles if they're not already and roll yourself up to a seat. And then cross at your ankles again, rolling over into your tabletop pose. Nice. Shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees. Come to your neutral flat back. We'll start by stepping the right toes to the back of the mat, staying on the ball of your foot, press into the heel, shift your weight slightly forward over your wrist and then press back. Waking up the back of the leg, hamstring and calf. Good. Come back to your neutral. Extend your left arm out in front of you like you're going to shake someone's hand. Plug the shoulder into the socket. Turn on the core. Zip up the belly and then lift your right leg off the mat. Flex the toes. This is dorsal flexion in that right foot. We don't want the leg to be any higher than the hip. Find your balance here. Tuck your left toes if you need to. And then exhale, bend your elbow, bend your knee, bring them to meet underneath you. Round through your upper back, hollow out through the belly, almost like we're doing a cat pose here. And then inhale, extend. Both arms, both ends reach. Good. Keep the core nice and tight. Exhale, round, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. Looking a lot like something we just did on our backs. No. Exhale, round. Inhale, extend. One more like that. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach out, length through the fingers. And then bring your hand back to the mat, knee back to the mat. And we'll flip our fingers back towards our knees for a brief break on the wrists. Pawing the ground. Stretching out through that joint. Good. Come back to your neutral tabletop and extend your left toes behind you, staying on the ball of your foot. Press into the heel. Bring your weight over your wrists. Press back and stretch. Good, come back to your neutral. Extend your right arm long, again like you're going to shake someone's hand or let someone pull you up. Plug the shoulder into the socket, lift your left toes off the mat, flex into the foot, turn on the core, reach the two ends away from each other, and then exhale, round, elbow to knee, hollow out the belly, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round. See if you can dome a little bit more into the upper back. Inhale, extend. Good, two more. Exhale, round. See if you can get them to touch. Squeeze in super tight. Inhale, reach. Last time, exhale. Inhale. Hand comes down, knee comes down. 2 rounds of cat-cow to rinse that out. Inhale, lift the heart, lift the gaze. Exhale, dome. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Good, neutral tabletop. Tuck your toes. Lift your knees off the mat just 2 inches and hold. Press firmly into the mat. Pull the shoulder blades away from each other here, so we're finding space across the back. Pull the low belly in, holding here for 5, 3, 1. Straighten your legs, send your hips up and back. Find downward facing dog. Spread through the fingers. Pull the shoulders back for an external rotation, spinning your upper arms out. Shake your head yes. Nod your head no. And then slowly walk your feet all the way up to your hands. Forward fold. I always like to take a minute here. Find a little bit of movement. If you're prepped and ready for stillness, we'll meet you there in just a few breaths. Add a little bend to your knees if the ground isn't super available to you. Hands can be anywhere on the shins or thighs. And then we'll slowly roll up, leaving the arms heavy, head heavy, stacking one vertebra at a time, letting your head be the last thing to come up, and then we'll root down into our mountain pose, Tadasana. Pull your shoulders down your back. Head is in line with your shoulders, or in line with your hips. Full breath in. Through the mouth, let it go. Nice. Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Step the feet back. Your version of Chaturanga, Dandasana, to Cobra or Upward Facing Dog. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, Down Dog. Good, feet to hands. One big step, lots of little steps or a hop. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, come all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center or by your side. Tadasana, fully inhabit your mountain. Again, inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Ardha Uttanasana. Uttanasana. Step back. Chaturanga. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Ooh, there's a plant tickling me right in the face. All right, we're going to do that one more time. You can follow along with me or take it to your own pace. I'm going to be quiet, traveling to the top of my mat. Downward facing dog is where we'll meet. 3 rounds of breath here. Really nice. Inhale your right toes to the sky. We'll bend the knee and stack the hips for scorpion, opening through the hip, letting your toes fall toward the ground, but not quite reaching. Then re-extend the leg and exhale, step the foot in between your hands. Stay on the ball of your back foot. Inhale, rise. Come up to your crescent lunge. So if at any point you need to drop your back knee down to modify, please take it. Honor your body and where you're at today in this practice. We're trying to get a 90-degree bend in the front knee, and our palms face each other with biceps by the ears. Straight and strong back leg, again, unless you need to modify. Good. From here, we're going to open the arms, sweeping the right arm back, left arm forward as we bend the left knee. Take the gaze back to the hand. Hold it. And then inhale, rise, re-straighten your back leg, crescent lunge. Exhale, twist open, bend the knee. Inhale, back through center, straighten the leg and lift. One more exhale. Inhale, crescent. Your left foot is going to meet your right as we sit low into chair pose. Toes can touch, heels apart, or if you like, feet hip width distance. All G. You can take an arm variation here. Spin the pinkies toward each other and let your scapula rest down your back. Pull in the navel. And then let the arms fly behind you. Palms face the mat as you come onto your toes and tip the chest forward for drinking bird. Pull the pinkies together, as if I have a pencil in between your shoulder blades and you don't want to let it go. Squeeze, come onto the toes, the ball mounds of your foot. Good, and then rise back up to chair pose. Beautiful. From here, all the weight comes into your right foot. Pick up the left knee. We're going to wrap once, twice, or just simply kickstand for eagle pose. Our right arm will come on top. If this is too much, you can just hug yourself here. Beautiful. So sit the hips nice and low like we're still in our chair pose. And then pull the knees and the elbow into one line. You might notice that your elbows are off to the left, your knees are off to the right. We're looking to meet the midline. Pull your elbows away from you, creating space across the back. One more breath. Good, release the arms. Left knee into your chest, standing staff just for a beat. We're going to tip everything forward, 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 kick the leg back, hands come to the mat for your standing splits. Crown of the head reaches down toward the mat. You're standing into that back leg, keeping the foot flexed once again, and potentially, or ideally, the leg is in line with our hip. Good. Bend your left knee, reach back with your right hand. We're going to find a bind in our standing splits as if we were doing Chapasana. Something a little different, something to play with. Good, release the foot, re-extend the leg, and then left foot meets right, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back. You can chaturanga or go straight to downward facing dog. That's where we'll meet. 3 rounds of breath. Beautiful. Inhale, left leg lifts. Bend the knee, stack the hips, scorpion. Opening up through the hip. Pull your knee to the sky. Re-extend the leg, and then exhale, step it in between your hands, staying on the ball of your back foot. Inhale, rise, crescent. You may need more space here to heel toe your left foot to the left. Relax the shoulders. Again, drop your knee if you need to. And then drop into this pose, into your breath. Nice. We'll take the same twist. So left hand back, right arm forward as we twist and drop the knee. Hovering to the mat, take the gaze with it, and then inhale, reach through center, re-extend the leg. 3 more like that. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Last one. Breathe and reach. Inhale, crescent. Right foot meets left. Sit low, chair pose. Take the gaze out in front of you. Bring the weight into your heels. All of the weight into your left foot this time. Right knee lifts, crosses over once, twice, or kickstands. Left arm on top. You can always go for the hug. Sit low in this eagle pose. Elbows over your knees. Pull the elbows away from you and up. And we'll breathe. Unwind, right knee into your chest. Tip everything forward, 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 nice and long. Hands come to the mat. Standing splits. Rest the head forward. Relax the shoulders, stand into the back foot. And then if you would like to take that half bind, bend the right knee, reach back with your left hand. Good, release the bind. Hand back to your mat, and then right foot meets left, forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, step it back, hop it back. Down dog for 3 breaths. So nice. We'll do the same sequence a little bit faster with breath to movement. Inhale, your right leg lifts. Exhale, step up. Inhale, rise to your crescent lunge. Now we're just going to take one of these turbo twists. So exhale, open out, let the knee hover. Inhale, come back to crescent. Exhale, step to chair pose, sit the hips low. Inhale to your drinking bird, come onto the toes, let the chest drop forward. Good, chair pose as you breathe in. Left leg lifts first, coming into our eagle pose. Inhale, standing staff. Exhale, tip forward, standing splits. Stay for the inhale. Exhale, feet touch, fold. Ardha Uttanasana. Uttanasana, fold. Take your way down through your Chaturanga Dandasana. Downward facing dog. Good, right away, inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step it through. Stay on the back toes. Inhale, rise to crescent. One turbo twist as we exhale. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, chair pose. Inhale, drinking bird. Exhale, chair pose. Inhale, right knee lifts this time. Left elbow on top, eagle pose. Beautiful. Inhale, standing staff, right knee into the chest. Exhale, tip forward, all the way down. Standing splits. Breathe in. Breathe out, fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga or straight to down dog. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bow. Two rounds here, and we'll take that one more time. Good. Inhale, right toes lift. Exhale, step. Inhale, rise. Exhale, twist. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, chair. Inhale, drinking bird. Exhale, chair. Inhale, left knee crosses right. Right hand on top. Sit into eagle pose. Inhale, knee into the chest. Exhale, fold, standing splits. Stay for the inhale. Exhale, feet together. Halfway lift. High to low plank. Downward facing dog. Inhale, left toes lift. Exhale, step. Inhale, rise. Exhale, twist. Inhale. Exhale, chair. Inhale, drinking bird. Exhale, chair. Inhale, right knee lifts. Left arm is on top, eagle pose. Inhale, knee into the chest. Exhale, tip forward. Stay for the inhale. Exhale, Uttanasana. Halfway lift. Your chaturanga. Downward facing dog. Nice. Let your knees come as wide as your mat as you drop your hips. Untuck your toes, come back onto the heels. Forehead to the mat. Take a little breather. Tune back into your breath. Walk your hands over to the right, keeping your left hip heavy, finding a stretch through the left side body. And then walk your hands over to the left, keeping your right sit bone grounded, feeling a side body stretch through the right. Good, come back through center. Stretch your arms long, lift the forearms, feel that pull underneath the armpits. And then lift your chest, tuck your toes, make your way back into downward facing dog. Really nice. Inhale, your right leg lifts. Exhale, step the foot in between the hands. This time, spin your back foot flat. Cartwheel your arms up. Find your way into warrior two. Pressing into the back edge of your left foot and bending deeply into the right. Shoulders are down, our back and away from our ears. We're going to lift our arms to the sky as we straighten through the front leg, lifting the toes off of the mat. finding some length. And then exhale, rebend. Lower the arms, warrior two. Again, inhale, straighten the arms, straighten the leg, lift the toes. Exhale, rebend. One more inhale. And exhale. Settle in for 3 breaths here. Taking the gaze inward and the focus on your breath. Good. This time as we raise our arms to the sky, we're going to pivot on the toes. So toes out, heels in, a brief star pose. Bring your palms to touch. Draw them down through the center as you drop your hips, coming into horse pose or goddess pose. You can leave your hands here. You can take them out to the side. You can grab opposite elbows behind you. But we're pressing our knees open, sinking the hips and tailbone low, and your crown of the head reaches nice and high. Keep yourself in this pose. Notice the sensations in the body. The mind starts to wander. How long are we going to hold this? There's a bit of anticipation. Listen to the breath. Last 3. Listen. Pivot your left toes to the top edge of your mat. Come onto the ball of your right foot as we pivot to the back of the mat. Arms extend long, keeping the chest hovering over the front knee. Nice deep bend. Lots of work happening on the left side. Hold it and breathe. Shoulders away from the ears. 3, 2, 1. Hands come down. Step the left foot back. Chaturanga. Or skip it. Down dog. Good. 3 breaths here. We're facing the back edge of our mat. Good. Left toes lift. Inhale. Exhale, step all the way to the top. Spin your back foot flat. Open out the arms. Bend deeply into the front knee. Gazing over your front fingers. Maybe closing the eyes. Press into the knife edge of your back foot. Push the left knee open to the left. And then start to straighten your leg as you lift the arms to the sky. Straighten, lift, and reach. Exhale, rebend. Come back into your warrior two. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more like that. Inhale, reach up. Straighten through the leg. Flex through the toes. Exhale. Warrior two. As we settle here for 3 breaths. Good. Arms reach to the sky, toes out, heels in for our brief moment of star, and then exhale, find your horse once again. Again, that anticipation creeps in, that thinking mind. How long are we going to hold this? Or shit, I don't want to hold this again. Let that go and be with your breath. Instead of noticing things as good or bad, just notice what you notice when we hold these poses. I'm starting to shake. You probably are too. Stick with it for 3 more breaths. Good. Stay low. Turn your front toes to the top of your mat. Spin onto the ball of your back foot. Arms reach out in front of you. One nice long line of energy from heel to fingertips. Hold it here. Good, hands down. Right foot steps back. Your chaturanga. Child's pose is also there for you, if that's sounding cooler than another vinyasa. Good, 3 breaths here. And then you know the drill. We'll take that breath to movement. Beautiful, here we go. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step. Inhale, spin your back foot flat, rise up to your warrior 2. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, horse sit low. Inhale, pivot on your toes, reach to the back of your mat, reach long, long, long. Exhale, hands down, step back, straight to down dog or through your vinyasa. Good, inhale, left leg lifts. Step in between the hands, rise up, warrior 2. Inhale, star. Exhale, horse. Inhale to the top of your mat. Reach. Exhale, hands down. Maybe you keep the right toes lifted as you lower through your chaturanga. Come to your up dog. Downward facing dog. So nice. 2 rounds of breath and we'll take it one more time each side. Good, inhale, right toes lift. Exhale, step. Inhale, rise. Exhale here. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, sit low. Inhale, rocket ship. Exhale, hands to the mat, step it back. Inhale, left toes reach. Exhale, step. Inhale, rise. Stay for the exhale. Inhale. Exhale, horse. To the top of your mat, arms reach. Exhale, chaturanga. Downward facing dog. Really nice. Catch your breath. Lengthen your exhales. Press your chest back towards your thighs. Inhale your right toes behind you. Exhale, step the foot in between your hands. Don't worry, we're done flowing. Drop your back knee down. Keep your left palm planted. Lift your right fingers to the sky for a twist. Then exhale, drop the hand behind you. This might be enough. Might need your strap here. We're going to bend the back knee, reach for the foot, and rather than pull the heel toward the glute like we usually do, don't worry, we'll get there, kick into your hand. So we're opening up through the chest, stretching across the collarbones, smiling our chest to the sky. Spin your bottom ribs up and pull the left shoulder away from the ear. Good, release the foot nice and gently. Bring your hand back to your mat. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the gaze. And exhale, replant your palms. Good, inhale, take that same twist, grab the foot. This time we will pull the heel toward the glute, so bend your elbows, use your biceps. Not worried about the twist that we were just taking, definitely more focused on the quad stretch. This go. Good, gently release your foot, bring your hand back to your mat. Inhale, lift the chest and gaze. Exhale, replant your palms. Last time, same but different. Inhale, take the arm back, reach for the inside of your foot. We're going to square our shoulders to the top of our mat, so chest is facing the ground. torso is inside of your right knee. Noticing how that feels different and changes the stretch. Good, gently release your foot. Bring your hand back to your mat. Inhale, look forward. This time we'll exhale and fold. Straighten the front leg, come into half Hanumanasana, half split. So here we're looking for more of a hinge at the hips than rounding in the back. Really try to lengthen the crown of your head out towards your toes, nose towards your toes. And hands can be by your foot or underneath your shoulders if you have blocks here, and that's helpful. Grab those. And 2 more here. Good, rebend your front knee, plant your palms, step straight back to downward facing dog unless you're dying for another vinyasa. I think we've done plenty. Inhale, left toes lift. Exhale, step. Drop your back knee down. Right hand by your foot. Inhale, take the left arm to the sky, twist open. And then let the arm fall behind you. Staying here, grabbing your strap or bending the back knee, reaching for the foot, and then kicking into the hand, opening up across the chest. Pull your right shoulder down your back and feel this beautiful stretch across the front body. Good, release your foot. Hand comes back to frame the front foot. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, replant your palms. Inhale, reach up and back. Grabbing the foot, this time we'll pull the heel toward the glute, bending the arm. Saying hello to the left, rather right front of the leg. Should feel pretty good after those horse poses and crescent lunges. Good, release the foot. Hand back to the mat. Inhale, lift the chest and gaze. Exhale, replant your palms. Last time, inhale, reach up and back. Grab the inside of your foot. Turn the shoulders to the mat. Square off the chest. Good, release the foot. Bring your hand back to the mat. Exhale, straighten through your front leg, half Hanumanasana. Reach the toes toward your nose. Your spine is nice and long. And then choose where you'd like to rest your hands for side 2. Nice. Rebend your front knee. Plant the palms. Step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, the right toes lift. Exhale, coming forward into your half pigeon. Right knee to your right wrist. Extend the left leg behind you. Let's find some length before we fold. Walk the shoulders, the hands underneath your shoulders. And then start to forward fold. This stretch is still pretty intense for me with the ankle recovery, so I'm going to stay right here. You can grab a block, come down onto your belly for sleeping pigeon, or even stay upright. And if none of these work for you, you can come into fire logs or reclined pigeon or thread the needle. Taking the tongue away from the roof of your mouth and relaxing the space in between your eyebrows. Soften through the belly. And let the shoulders be heavy. Notice if you are clenching or tensing anywhere subconsciously to assist in the stretch. Get heavy. Good. Slowly bring yourself back up to plant your palms. Tuck your back toes. Step back to downward facing dog. You might like to take a scorpion here or open up through the hip a bit. Whatever tickles your fancy. Before we move over to the other side, inhale, left leg reaches, and then half pigeon, left knee, left wrist. Extend the right leg behind you, coming to the top of the foot. We'll walk the hands underneath the shoulders to find length through the spine. Crown of the head reaches up. Breathe in. And then exhale, start to fold. And you'll notice here that one side is typically tighter than the other. And again, just acknowledge that and notice it for what it is without it being good or bad. Good. Walk yourself back up to your hands. If you'd like to revisit down dog and take a scorpion, you can. Otherwise, we're just going to swing our right leg out in front of us. And we'll all make our way into a seat. Extend the legs long, root down through the sit bones. Reach the arms up to the sky. And exhale, reach for your toes, Paschimottanasana. You can grab a block. If your feet are really easy, you can just take your hands to the mat. Your hands can be on your knees. Good. Release whatever you grabbed. Roll yourself back up. And then take your arms out in front of you, similarly to what we did on our back when we began. Plug the shoulders into the sockets. And then start to roll down super slowly. Low back with control. Use the core. Middle back. Upper back. Arms reach overhead. Take a full body stretch. Roll out through the wrists. Maybe point and flex through the toes. Draw your knees into your chest. We'll take eagle legs here. Cross your right leg over your left. Drop your knees off to the left. Scoot your hips to the right. Arms come out wide like the letter T. Take your gaze over your right shoulder. Supine twist. Aiming to keep the right shoulder on the mat. Upper back rooted down. Draw your knees through center. Uncross. Switch it out. Left knee on top of right. Hips scoot to the left as your knees drop to the right. And we'll take our gaze over the left shoulder. Good, knees into your chest. Uncross the legs, kick your heels toward the glutes. Reach down for the outsides of your feet, come into your happy baby pose. If there's any other postures you'd like to take before we meet in Shavasana, a shoulder stand, a plow pose, anything at all, or if you're content and happy baby, take your weight from side to side, keeping your low back heavy on the mat and your tailbone dropping. Maybe straightening into one leg and then the other, using the knees, using the elbows to open up the knees, pulling the knees down toward the armpits. And if you're ready, release the feet. Let everything open out wide. Come into your final Shavasana, or final resting pose. You're welcome to stay in Shavasana for as long as you would like. If you're ready to get on with your day, you can start to bring movement back into your fingers and toes. Draw your knees into your chest and roll onto whichever side is calling to you. Keeping the eyes closed, pushing yourself up to a comfortable seat. Bring your hands to touch at your chest. Take a big breath in. Full breath out. Acknowledge yourself for coming to your mat, for dedicating time to your practice and taking this hour for you, because we can't take care of each other until we're taking care of ourselves. Namaste.